This just might be the biggest little adventure I've ever been on, and it involves some miniature, realistic looking equipment, and it's taking place all back there. If you'd like to join me, all you need to do is come along with me. So today's video brings us to Fleetwood, Pennsylvania, home of the Reading Society of Model Engineers. This is a place I've been meaning to come to for a few years because a bunch of my friends have been here. I've seen their videos, seen the pictures, and just knew I had to check it out for myself. And as you can probably hear in the background, it has to deal with trains. All different scales and sizes, steam, diesel, even model train displays on the inside. And I'm also not alone. I was invited here by none other than Matt PG himself. He's been here a few times. He invited me out, and this is a wintertime event. Happens only on the weekends. Select dates. I will put a link to their website down below in the description, but we're going to start riding some trains, getting some footage, and having a lot of fun.
Surprised they don't let you ride for free, but
it's okay. It's a good cause. So Matt and myself are currently sitting in a gondola car. They even have a open hopper car for seats, and this one's being pulled by a diesel locomotive. There's a few different loops here, a few different trains, so we're going to see how it is. Give you some sights along the way, multiple different angles, multiple different views, so enjoy the ride.
Back in 2022 in July, if you didn't hear, there was some really heavy rains and caused some flooding. It did unfortunately affect half of our railroad. We did get the bridge repaired, which was the biggest problem. However, we got to fix all the track leading to it and past it. So this still takes time, and we are working on it as fast as we can. In the meantime, we are operating slightly different than normal. What we're going to do is we're going to back the train down as far as the track is in service down at the station. There, the steam engine is going to couple on and bring us up through this top loop around back to this platform here. Once you
That's the one to operate today, nice and warm. They even have a fully functioning turntable here as well. Roundhouse is serving as a ticket booth and snack stand today. Another train in the distance there, smaller one, like enough room for just a few people. And I was telling man, this is definitely really similar to the Pioneer train at Knoebels. Similar scale, if not the same, and a out and back loop through the woods. But they explained they had a washout during a bad storm, and they're working on a repair for an area that is no longer in service because it was washed out, and they just replaced the bridge. Now they have to do some track work. So the loop that we're on used to be a lot bigger. Actually, it looks like it goes all the way back there, but it's out of service now, I believe, because of that. But something to look forward to in the future. Be able to ride a lot more in the areas around here.
has regular trains,
Okay.
and then they have mini trains.
Yeah, perfect.
See on the tender it says it holds 200 pounds of coal and 50 gallons of water. And again, extremely realistic, a fully functioning steam locomotive, just miniature scale. It's like they even have an ash pit here as well. Ash pit?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now up here in the upper track area, and this track is considerably smaller compared to what we just rode on. And these actually look like they're made out of aluminum. Hand to scale, you can see just how big it is. And yeah, these are functioning trains. Might even be battery powered. Look how tiny that is. All right, we're on the battery power train, as you can see behind me there.
All right. Yeehaw.
Really narrow track. Gotta watch we don't derail ourselves. Walked up a trail following the tracks, and Matt brought me to a full-fledged tunnel. How cool is this? So they got concrete portals and then a big steel tube, almost like a giant culvert pipe. And we should be able to get some action of them coming and going. But I'm just amazed by the scale of this track. It is so small. It looks just a little bit larger than G scale or garden scale, and they're running both battery powered and gas powered, like lawnmower engine type locomotives.
We are building a second.
So off camera, Matt and myself did ride the LV, little gas powered locomotive. They wouldn't let us film in that one for some reason. They just said our policy is no filming while riding. So we rode some trains, filmed some trains. Now we're gonna head inside to check out the train displays. Santa, I know him. Ah, that locomotive's at Steamtown. T1 2124. You even have a cemetery. How about that? I like the attention to detail. Even some graffiti on that bridge abutment there. Nice wooden trestle. Turntable, roundhouse. Looks like there's some unfinished areas, but so far it's looking good. Matt said this is a different layout from what he remembers, though, at least the configuration of it. Period correct vehicles and shops, depots. Wow, I didn't even see that trestle back there. Look at that bridge in the background. That is impressive. We got a switchboard here.
I don't know, they might want to come up here again tomorrow. They're really intrigued by it.
Full yard here, another roundhouse turntable area. I heard them say, if I understand correctly, it's 2-rail O scale, which I'm not familiar with that. Also resembles the older, rarer type of S scale. But it's larger than HO, but it's only 2 rails. Now downstairs we got some HO scale running around here. It's like an unfinished layout, but still running.
Yeah, they've added a lot to this since I was here last.
And you need like 2-inch medium. I don't want it. I mean, plus I always consider humans defensive, so I'm like, he'll appreciate it. He likes defensive.
Reading and Northern, we know them. Anniversary unit.
Yeah, I had to take Mr. Blinky car off.
They got the coal yard here. Empty and loaded coal cars. The breaker.
That thing's on like notch 1 or 2. It's not
Little town area. Even though it's not finished, you could see got a lot of potential. Industrial site over here. Cement company.
What else is sad? That may end up being a lash up in the future. Because that's the MS Heritage unit, and that's a UP.
Yard area over here.
That may end up being
coach
a
cars.
lash up in the future.
Switchboard right there. Pensy Heritage unit right there. Burgundy in color. Locomotive shop. Looks like we got a F unit inside there. Norfolk Southern. And as we leave this room, we have another room with, looks like, traditional O scale 3-rail. Multiple trains running steam. Looks like down bottom even running there. See a trolley going around. There's a diesel unit. Polar Express. They got everything running here. Beautiful Conrail unit sitting there too. And again, look at the switchboard and the transformers. CP holiday train. I've seen that in person before a long time ago.
Alright,
I pushed the button, activated the car wash. I think it's going to go through. Fireman's going down the pole. There's the Bel Air. Look at it, bring the food out to the car. Pretty cool layout. Said they're going to be doing some terrain for those embankments there. And a pretty nice wooden bridge. Truss bridge. Well, didn't think I was going to fit inside, but I made it. I told me, I said, I hope this thing doesn't derail. It'll look pretty bad. But all I can say is, being my first time here, I absolutely love this place. We're already talking about coming back in the spring because the ride that we took with the steam engine and the diesel was only about a third of the length it normally goes. Due to the washout area, they're going to be repairing that, and it goes much further. You get a much more longer, enjoyable ride. But what we did encounter today, though, was fantastic. The whole crew here is extremely welcoming. They're really okay with filming, photography, anything of the sorts. They even got us the permission to mount the camera on different parts of the steam locomotive and going back in the woods and getting some shots as well. So, without a doubt, extremely rail fan friendly, if you want to say that. $10 admission, get to ride as much as you want. Got the indoor display upstairs and downstairs. They have food here. They did have stickers and magnets, which they were sold out of, but even a little pavilion area here. And you get to spend an afternoon here enjoying all different types of trains. And although scale to me doesn't really matter, I just appreciate trains for what they are. Even the battery powered one was unique in its own right. Little tiny narrow gauge aluminum tracks. Then you have these ones down here. But special thanks to Matt for reaching out to me, send me the invitation to check this out, because again, it's been on my list for years. Never knew what I was going to get here, but I finally did. And without a doubt, we'll be back in the spring. And if you want more information, check the link down below in the description. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and until next time, we'll see you in the next video.